Armstrong is a steam, air, and hot water infrastructure manufacturing company who builds and maintains utility plants for Fortune 500 companies. For over 110 years, this privately held business has been working with customers in a variety of fields, including food, chemical, education, manufacturing, and healthcare. But what makes Armstrong unique is their core values, which are centered on faith in God, family, and business, in that order. And as a global company spanning 5 generations of family ownership, they are committed to sustaining the needs of future generations to come. In this case study, we'll take a look at Armstrong International and investigate how they successfully blend faith and business. The first question is, how does faith impact work at Armstrong International?
It impacts us a lot, I feel, because you know that the Armstrong family has integrity and all those core values in place. So for me, it's a confidence of feeling that I know that the product, that the environment, and the whole culture is something that really gives you a great feeling to be a part of. It's a company with integrity, and it's a company that has the unity and has the family feel. My mom worked here, and she was here for like 29 years, and then I started right after she left, and my son works here. So that's 3 generations, and you don't find that in too many companies nowadays. I read an article one time that said usually with the owners, usually about like the 2nd or 3rd generation, they sell off. And you don't find that here. You find it continuing to grow in that way, even with the Armstrong family themselves. They have their like grandchildren or great-grandchildren that are on board here, and they're excited about being here. And that's exciting to see, because you see them grasping a hold of the company and embracing it and wanting to be a part of it, where they could have just chose not to work or sell or whatever. And I think that you have that family, so it's kind of like everybody gets along even better, because you don't want to talk about this person over here. It might be related to somebody, you know. But there's that knit because of family ties and family being here, and they've been involved in the community, so it attracts. Then, like, I knew what my mom went through working here and how she really enjoyed it, and so I grew up hearing about Armstrong even as a young child. It was a part of my life, and so it's kind of neat that I'm passing it on to my son. It's a part of my son's life, you know.
We're pretty much like a family here, right? And you know, when one family member's down, you have the others to pick you up, and that's what we are here. We like to consider ourselves a family. No matter what position you're in, everybody's equal here. And I would like to say, because of our culture that we have, you know, we put faith in God, family, and then company. And you know, you would like to believe that it's everybody's faith in God, and you know, being able to have a relaxed atmosphere here, that they realize that, you know, they're coming into a company that has faith in God, and He's the highest power out there. And when you have God on your side, you know, nothing can bring you down. And it's pretty comforting to be able to have a company that follows behind that.
There's days I get stressed out very easily, but then having people come up to me and talk to me, there's always someone there you can talk to. We have a chaplain on site, and he comes in all the time and asks us how we're doing. Just certain things like that where you feel stressed at work, but you know you have someone to come to and turn to and talk, and you can talk about other stuff just than work. That is the biggest benefit I see here, and that's helped me out the most, I think.
Integrating faith and business brings challenges as well. David Dykstra is the controller at Armstrong who manages the company prayer chain. With plant locations in Belgium, China, and India, David talks about international and legal considerations of faith and business that Armstrong has had to work through.
China is kind of a unique situation in that a lot of the stuff with China we have to make available via the web so that they can come and get it versus us sending it to them, which is how we normally get them to access the information and the request. Other than that, we haven't run into too many restrictions or difficulties. we are a Christian-based organization, so you can run into some challenges when you get into other facilities like India, where it's predominantly Hindu.
Right.
But again, we go in with the understanding we're a Christian organization, family-based company, so even in that situation, they understand what they're getting into. And again, it's one of those things where we're exemplifying Christ's love. It's not that we go in and condemn the Hindus. It's not a faith in your face type of thing. It's a loving, caring, and that was the biggest hurdle, I think, for the whole ministry to overcome, was this view that we're going to force it down your throats, and it's been more of a no, this is just a needs-based thing where we're praying for it. So we were very careful when we structured it to make sure everybody knows you don't put in a request to go over the prayer chain unless you get permission from the person you're talking to. And just a few very basic guidelines that we've laid out there to make sure we're not. It's still predominantly U.S.-based in terms of the people involved. The next biggest would be our Belgium facility, and even there we only have 2 or 3 individuals on the prayer chain. So again, from that perspective, predominantly U.S.-based, a few from India, a few from China that'll come in. I would say that there were 2 big concerns, obviously. The first one being just the legal ramifications. We kind of started, we kind of stopped until we got that set up and we're comfortable that we could avoid lawsuits. Again, going globally, I guess I still have to confirm the biggest challenge was in dealing with countries where either there is no faith and religion, like China, is frowned upon, or where they have a predominant religion like Hindu. And again, it all gets back, even here with non-believers, gets back to what type of faith are you going to show? And in that understanding that it's Christ's love that we're throwing out there.